Hey tubers, that's the time. That's the temp in the garage. And we're still working on the bumper. Something went wrong with my heater, so I'm going to have to pull that apart and take a look. But yeah, we're back from Grapevine. Had a great time with the granddaughters. It was Evelyn's 10th birthday, and she, with the raffle money I was getting from Dizzy's 50/50 raffle, she got a nice birthstone necklace for her birthday, and she got a Dairy Queen ice cream cake for her birthday cake. So I want to thank you, Dizzy and Tina, for that. And we're playing with the bumper today once we figure out what's wrong with that. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, yep, I had to replace the wick in that. That's a bear too. Brought a spare one just in case. But yeah, I'd take the whole dang thing apart just about. Then Home Depot sitting there trying to get those guys to sit there. They had 12 shown on the computer, but they couldn't find them. So, but needless to say, we're working on the bumper again. Got to throw a bead right there, throw a bead right there, and throw a bead right there. Those three spots. Yeah, it comes nice and it dents right in there. So we'll throw a bead on each one of those and then grind it back down. Fill in a little there. And take it from there. Broke out the rust converter for all this in here. I'm going to wire brush it down and see what happens. I did sit there and find grade 8 bolts for here, so we got those all set. So hopefully we get this done. I ordered the epoxy paint or the epoxy primer, so we'll get those in and see how this is going to come out. When I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Well, I got this one ground down. That one's ground down. That one I just welded in. Looks might be a little crooked though. I don't know. We'll have to see. In the bracket. See how the bracket goes in. I can't remember. But oh yeah, it'll be okay. Yeah. Alright. We'll let that cool and then we'll grind it. And that'll be pretty much all for today. So, we'll pick this up tomorrow. I got to make a run to McFadden. Let's see. I got all the grade 8 bolts to bolt the bumper on. So, oops. So, yep, so we got those. I need to get some washers, some grade 8 washers, and then, God, what else? Oh, and some 36 grit Rolex. So, yeah. So, this will be it for tonight, and when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, it's February 7th. It's about 2 in the afternoon. And almost 70 degrees in here, and I have been working out here. I did our taxes this morning, so I got that done. I took care of the dent. It was in the bumper. It's right in here. And I've ground down these 3 holes and getting ready to fill those. And we'll grind this down here in a bit. But that's where I'm at. And when I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey tubers, one of these days I'll get a whole day out here and might get this done. It's getting there. This is a little high right there. But all the holes on this side are all done. I did 2 holes here. This is high. Got this bolt to do, and the other one underneath that hole to fill, and that side to do. So Yeah, it's getting there. Besides, I can't get everything done. Then we get to play with some body filler. And then we get to epoxy it. And then we go from there. Alright, when I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Morning tubers, that's the time. That's the temp in the garage. And yeah, that's fired up. Worked on it yesterday and I didn't break out the camera. I'm sorry about that, guys, but did all the holes, got this last bolt in. Finished the holes up here. I got a couple of little areas here I gotta fill in. And got these two bolts and this bolt to do. So when we get that together and that done, I'll turn on the camera. Again, I got some more grinding to do, and we'll be getting this all done. And we'll, before I paint it, we'll test fit it to the car, and then we'll put it back, and I'll paint these brackets, and we'll go from there. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, just cut the heads off. Ooh, they're still warm. Of the last 3 bolts I'm going to need. Use the Sawzall. So that's all I got for now. We will grind this up and get it ready to weld in and take that one out. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, got that one welded in. Started off like that, but you can see it's right there. So how I do that is I hold it, and I hold it just a little bit down, roughly like about like that, and then I tack it, and I tack all 4 corners, and then I come in and I lay a bead coming across and up and up, and that's how I do it. So let me get this next one in, and I'll bring you back later. See the tack, and it's still down a little bit, so I got all that to fill and to hold it in. So we'll finish it up, and I'll bring you back later. Got a little carried away right down in there. Shouldn't have pulled it all the way down that far, but oh well. That's what they make grinders for. So we'll grind this down, see if we need any fill. Looks like we might need some up. Oh, it's still warm. Need some up in here. And but first we'll grind it down and see if we need any. When I get more, I'll bring you back later. Okay, and there it is, all ground down. It's a little high right here, but that's good enough. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's still warm. Got a few holes in it, but it's not a hole that's holding the bolt in. So what we'll do now is we'll put the bracket back in and tighten it up, and see if we tighten it up, if we break any of the welds or draw it through, and then we'll re-weld it if we need be. And then we still have that one to do. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, think there's grinding dust on the floor? My garage is trashed. Alright, last one done. So now what we got to do is we got to sit there and hit the inside of these and grind these down. Then we got to get the cutter and cut that out and fit this bracket and tighten them down and see if these are going to hold and not pull through. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, this is why I check it before we move on and start doing the body work and smoothing everything else. Also, if you can see, that one's starting to pull through. So the weld on this one didn't hold. And this one's starting to pull through. What we'll do is we'll just take it off, and we'll leave it, and we'll just throw another quick bead down on this, and see, it looks like it's holding back here. But that's why I do this. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, I end up with 2 failures. So, well, okay, that's par for the course. Well, that's going to do it for today. It's going on 3:30, and I don't like welding in here after around 3. You know, make sure about the fire hazard and such. So that's what we'll do. We'll take this bracket off before I go in, and we'll figure out what happened here and go from there. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. And tomorrow I think I got stuff to do in the house, and so pick it up on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Later.